Hi, in this video we will do something different and more advanced. We will listen to a change of value of a cell and then update another cell in another worksheet. Let me create another worksheet. Let's call this watch. So if, for example, if this value changes, this G26, the average, if that changes, then this first value here, A1, will also change. So let's say this will have a value of changed automatically if this changes. Let's see how we can do that. So we establish a connection to the Google Sheets account, create a spreadsheet, create a worksheet for 2013. So now we are working with two worksheets. So we need another worksheet 2 object, spreadsheet worksheet. The name was watch as the name of that. And how do we listen to a change? Well, the Python script has to be running all the time, continuously. Therefore, one way to do this is to use a while loop that runs infinitely. So while true, which is always true, so the loop will run, we get a value from worksheet 1 using a cell. So we get the value of this cell, which is G26. We store that value in the value 1 variable, and then what we do is maybe we wait for 2 seconds, for example, with time. So import time sleep 2. What it means is that the loop will start, it will get the current value from G26, then it waits for 2 seconds, and then again it checks for a change. Value 2 equal to worksheet.aCell G26. So notice it's the same expression as this one, but we're using two different variables. And let's not forget that we need to extract the value from that cell. That's how you get the cell actual value, because this outputs a cell object type, and this outputs the actual value. So we have two values at two different timestamps, 2 seconds from each other. Then what we do is we compare value 1 with value 2. So if they are different, then worksheet 2 dot update A1, update that to changed. And that's it. So what we did here is we get the value first, we wait for 2 seconds, we get the value again, we compare them, and then we try to write this string in this watch worksheet, so A1, in that cell there, if the value changes. So who will change the value? Well, it could be another script who is changing that value there, or it could be a human, a person who is working on the worksheet. And you could also implement this using another spreadsheet. So here we are working inside the same spreadsheet but in different worksheets. You could of course create another spreadsheet here under here and point to another name for that other spreadsheet and so on. So now the loop is running, we don't see any output here because we are not printing out anything. But if I go here now and I change that to 5 and I go to watch, this has changed to this value, the cell. So of course you could make this more advanced, so you could play around depending on the scenario what you need to do. You could use, for example, if value 1 is greater than that, you do something else here. maybe adds another else statement. So there are different things you could do. Just be aware that this is giving you the value as a string. So if I print out the value 1 and the type of that value 1, stop, run again. So this time we're going to see something. So it's 5, but it's a string. So currently it's 5. That's the value of that cell. So that was something to be aware of. Another thing you need to be aware of is the time you wait between the loops. Now, if you change this to 1 second, Google will complain because you are making requests too often. So there is a limit of the Google API in the number of requests you can make per 60 seconds or 100 seconds. I think you cannot make more than 1 request per second, but I'm not sure. With 2 seconds it works, and I think it's good enough to get updates in real time. So, and then another thing that you need to know is REPL might not be the best way to do this, so perhaps you want to try Python Anywhere, where you can put a script and run it. Deepnote is another service you can use to run scripts continuously. Or you could always use your computer, but you have to leave it on to be able to work as a server, to serve 24/7. So with that, I thank you for following this, and I'll talk to you in the next videos. See you.